Okay, hello, good evening to all. Okay, Kavinish. Okay, hello, good evening to all. Hi, Dixon. Okay. Um, Desmond, right? Another student. Okay. Right. So, okay, two out of three is here. I don't know where Desmond. Where's Desmond? This morning also, I don't think he's okay. Desmond. Okay, so all three is here. Desmond, this morning your class morning got enter when I call your name, but till half lying down. Okay. So when at the end of the class, normally I will put the attendance, right? So if you see your names there, so maybe you can personal message me and telling me that your line is not okay. So that's why when I call you, you are not there. So next time please respond to that. Meet. Okay. Um. So I think you all have watched the three videos on the creating of classes, right? So what are the class that we created in the video? You still remember the class that we used in the previous example? What is the name of the class that we create? From previous video, okay? Do you still remember the class that we create, the class that I demo in the video? What is the class name and what is the main class name? Remember, yes or no? If yes, what is it? If not remember, then say no, miss, I don't remember. No respond. Okay, so normally if you I need to recall back. You are very funny lah. Okay, so okay, why do we need to create our class? I think I've mentioned earlier a few times already that class that is already available, okay, sometimes it may not be sufficient. I also have asked you in your exercise, chapter 3 exercises. So that's why we need, sometimes we may need to create our own classes where we can create, where we can modify and customize according to our needs. Okay, Alright, so normally we will have two class, okay, which is okay, no. Normally we will have only one class, which is the main class, okay, main class. Even in your C++ also, if the main function, okay, we will run the program there, okay. So normally we will have just one class lah, main class. But it would be helpful if we can have a few subclasses. This is why, so that we can avoid any repetition of statement, redundant lines, and that can cause error. So on top of that, we can also customize our own classes. Okay. So the main class from previous example is the, we call as a bicycle. The example on bicycle, bicycle registration. Okay, and then class that we create is bicycle. Okay, so the main class here is bicycle registration, and bicycle is the classes that we created. Is the class that we create. So why do we need this main class? Maybe you're asking, why do we need main class? We already create our own class. Okay, we still need a main class because every program will start to execute from the main class. So that's why, if you still remember last week, we create an object b1, b1 to call the method. So actually the program starts from here, the main class. When it is executed, it starts from the main class. So we use the b1 object, we use the b1 to call the two method. Remember the two method that we call, which is the set owner name and also the get owner name. Okay, so if you can see from this diagram that I just scribble here, so this got an arrow, right? Okay, so this side is the bicycle class, the subclass, and this side is the main class. So from the main class, we will use the object to call the data members or to call the method that we already declared in our subclass. Okay, so the concept of creating your own class, and from the main class you call the method that you created. Okay, in previous example also, in the bicycle class, um, we have also create a file, okay, that have two method, which is to set the owner name and to get the owner name. Okay, this is normal lah. And also we have some data member, okay, what are the value that is going to be passed. And then we also learn about constructor. Constructor is like initialization lah. What is initialization? If variable initialization, let's say you have integer a equals to integer a, this is normal variable. But if you put integer a equals to 1, now you are initialization. You are initialize the variable of a to 1. That one is variable. But when you are creating a new class, you need to have a constructor so that we can initialize the object that is going to be used with the class. This is the main the way it is lah, the way it is. Okay, to make sure that to tell that the status of the class that we are creating. That's why we need a constructor. Okay, so how is the constructor look like? All right, so we look back at the definition. This is how we create a bicycle class from last week lesson. Okay, so this is the data member. So in this program, we only deal with one data, which is the owner name. Okay, and then we have a constructor here. So depending on the class lah, so we are declaring, we are initializing the class of bicycle. So inside this class, we also initialize the data, which is the owner name. Okay, it depends lah. If you want to do calculation, maybe you have two numbers, or you want to calculate the length of width of a circle or a geometrical calculation. That one you might need other data member. So you will have a few data member here lah, and also you will need to do some declaration. Okay, and these are the two methods that we declared from the previous exercise, previous example, which is the set owner name and also to get the owner name. So make sure you please notice that in this bracket we have a string name, and then in this bracket we don't have anything, so there's a different here. Okay, and also the word void. Okay, and then this one all just to recap on our previous three videos. Okay, and then we have the main class lah. So here is our main class where we call the set owner name method, and then we pass the value of Adam Smith. So if we want to add into our scribble here, so we are actually passing Adam Smith. Okay, Adam Smith to the method here. Alright. Depends lah, it can be other names also. Okay, so when you run the program, this is our expected output. Adam Smith owns a bicycle. Okay, so our program structure is like this. I've also explained this in previous lesson. Okay, done. Alright, now let's look at the declaration, data member declaration, and also method declaration. So declaration here, okay, like I said just now, it depends on the program. This program, this bicycle only have one data owner name, right? Let's say if you have other program calculating the length and width, so maybe you need to declare length, maybe you need to declare width. So the data type will no longer be string. Okay, it can be what? It can be double, it can be integer, it can be float. Okay, and then you notice about the private. Okay, later we look into this one. Right, so this private we call as modifier. Okay, this one is data member declaration. Where it is located? Where do we write the data member declaration? Okay, so basically in the class here lah. In your class, this is your data member declaration. Okay, if the questions given to you, um, you need to create a program that have a class and main class. That one you need to have two classes. Okay, if the program said nothing about creating another class, then you can just write everything in one main class only. Understand or not this one? Huh? Cavendish, Dixon and Desmond. Okay, so it's not necessary always to have the second class lah. Okay, so that one is data member. Now we look at the method declaration. Okay, so we have two methods, which is the get owner name and also the set owner name. Okay, so we look here. The following diagram shows how the component in the general syntax correspond to the actual elements in the set owner name method. Okay, so I'm using public void set owner name, string name. So modifier, it can either modifier here can be public or private, meaning that if public, anywhere, if you have two or three classes, it can access the value here. Okay, but if it's private, only the same class can access to it. Okay, um, so we have also void here. Okay, void here, meaning that we are not returning any value. Okay, we receive the value. The method will receive the value. Okay, and then we have the string name. The string name here. This one is called a parameter. Okay, remember the Adam Smith that we passed just now from the main class. So Adam Smith will be passed to name. Okay, so name here is what we call as a parameter. What is parameter is like actually a placement lah. Okay, let's say for example you are throwing, you are playing basketball, you are passing or you are throwing the balls into what we call the what you call that when you are playing the basket lah. I don't know what is it called. Okay, when you are throwing into that round thing is called a parameter or a placeholder to receive the value. Okay, so Adam Smith here or the balls that we are going to throw is the value that are going to hold that particular value. Okay, so Adam Smith ke, Desmond Coy ke, Dixon or Cavendish are all the values that are going to be passed to the name. Name is our parameter. Okay, and then right, don't mislook here. We have a curly bracket. Okay, so this is to represent the start and end of our code lah. Okay, so we are assigning our name Desmond Coy to owner name to another variable. Okay, so this refers to the instance variable owner name and this refers to the parameter name. Okay, so let's say Desmond Coy equals to owner name equals to Desmond Coy. Owner name equals to Adam Smith because we are already passing the value to the parameter lah, to the parameter name. Okay, so this is one the method declaration just now, one type. Another one is another second method that we declare is the get owner name. Okay, now is public, return type is string, and this one is don't have the word void. Okay, there's no void here. Once there's no void, meaning that we are going to return a value. Okay, we are going to return a value. In this case, we are going to return the owner name. So Adam Smith, Cavendish, Desmond are all the values is going to be written. Okay, this refers to the instance variable owner name. Okay, if you see in the parameter also will be empty because it will not accept any value. Right, so it just will be written the value. Okay, so when you are declaring, so these two types of method. Okay, when let's say when you get a question, you need to declare a, a method name alphabet. For example, this method will return the values. When you return the value, okay, so you already know there will be no word void there. So how it will be declared? Public string depends lah on the value. Public double or what? Alphabet. Okay, public string alphabet in bracket and then return uh, alphabet index, for example. Okay, so this is the second method lah on how we declare. Okay, so add to your knowledge. Please add to your knowledge here that there are two types of method. Two types of method. Okay. So previously we only know how to declare, right? But there are actually two types of method. One is called a mutator. Okay. Another is called an accessor. This one just a names lah, a term. So the method that sets a property of an object is called mutator. Something that a method where the action involve assigning to a value that is called a mutator. So in this case, this one lah set on a name. Okay, set on a name is a mutator. Okay, because we sets a property of an object. So in this case, the property of an object is the owner name. So we are setting the value lah. Okay, so another type of method is what we call as an accessor. Okay, a method that returns information about an object is called an accessor. So when we have a method then only returning value, dia tak buat apa-apa, just return a value, then it is called an assessor. If we set something, sets to the property, set the properties of object, then it is called a mutator lah. Okay, so assessor and mutator are commonly called get and set method respectively. Okay, so these are the two examples, and then again we have the constructor. Okay, so constructor is a special method that's executed when a new instance of class is created. So constructor pun is another method lah, another method, but we use it to initialize the value of the data members. Okay, so based on our bicycle and bicycle registration class, this is our class diagram. Okay, so you can see this is our class name. Okay, we have owner name as our data member. Okay, and then inside here we have three methods, get owner, set owner, and this one is the constructor. Okay, so in the class diagram you put it at the method. This is method lah, method part. This is the data member, data lah, the variables that we will use, and here is the class name. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, so the next part is we are still in the class, because there's a lot of things when we are creating our own class. The template, you need to declare this, you need to initialize. Okay, next one here is about the passing of value. Okay, I'm going to pass the value of Adam Smith. I'm going to pass the value of Desmond Quay to the respective method. Okay, so that's about arguments and parameter. Okay, so consider the following sample class that includes a method named compute. Okay, so we have a method named compute. This method has three parameters, two integer and one double. Please check, correct or not? Why? Okay, we have integer I, integer j, double x. Correct lah. So this method compute will have three basket lah that will receive three values. Okay, the type of values that they will receive is integer, and double. Okay, remember just now in the bicycle example, we receive string, correct or not? String, name. That one is only Adam Smith, only one parameter. Okay, but in this example, we have three parameter. Okay, so indeed we have three parameters and some of the method here lah. Okay, now we want to discuss about the passing. Okay, when we call the compute method, this one is a special name lah, a compute method, we must pass three value. Okay, this is our main class. Okay, main class, how you know? Because it's main class is here. Okay, who is this Lun Kai? Okay, so we have a demo object. So I've created, okay, demo. Okay, so our class, yes, our class name is demo. Okay, class name here is demo, and we are creating an object called also demo lah. So we have three variable here, integer I, k, and m. Okay, so now this is how we are going to call the method of compute, and then we are going to pass the three values here. Okay, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5.5. Demo.compute IKM, demo.compute M20, and 40. Okay, so when you pass the value, okay, so this is from the main class. So you are passing the value of I to this. Remember just now I said about the basketball. Okay, this is the basket. I is the basket. J is the placeholder lah. It's the placeholder where it will receive the passing value. So 20 will be X, K will be J, and I will be I, receiving side. So this is actually how we pass. So Adam Smith just now, how do we pass? So Adam Smith is passing to the what? To the string name. Okay, so this one is the name lah. Okay, that will hold the value of Adam Smith. Okay, so this one shows the passing, the illustration. Okay. So in the statement demo.compute M2040, the values are called argument. Argument is value that we pass. Parameter is the placeholder, the basket lah that will hold the value. Okay, rules here. There are few rules here. The arguments and parameter are matched in left to right order. The number of the arguments and the parameter must be the same. Okay, let's say we have 3 parameters here, placeholder, but you only pass 2 value, I and k. It is wrong. So this is going to be wrong. You have 3 parameters, 3 values also must be passed. Okay. And then let's say here is integer, right? And I'm passing string value to this integer. Can or cannot? Can or cannot? Can or cannot? I have string. I'm going to pass my placeholder is integer. String, integer, this one is double. Okay, this is my placeholder, integer, double. String pass to integer, integer pass to integer, double pass to double. Can, cannot, can, cannot. Okay, cannot. The rules clearly said string you must pass, the placeholder must also be string. If integer, the placeholder must be integer, double, the placeholder must be double. Okay. Okay, the match pair must be assignment compatible. You cannot pass a double argument to a integer parameter. Okay. Okay, the following calls are valid. Okay, the following calls are not valid. This one will be invalid. Okay, Kavinesh, why this one is invalid? Demo.compute in bracket 24. Why it said here it is invalid? Kavinesh? What makes what? We float an integer. Got float me. Your justification may be slightly incorrect. Dixon, why do you think demo.compute 24 is invalid? In order to determine whether it is valid or invalid, you need to look at the method declaration lah in the placeholder part. Remember just now we have integer I, integer J, and double. Okay, double. double X. Double X. Okay, this one. Okay, so demo.compute. Don't know. Dixon, you don't know. Why 2 and 4 is not valid? Kavinish, second line. Okay, so 2 and 4 is invalid because remember just now I said if the placeholder is 3, the passing value also must got 3 values. Now dia ada hanya 2 values. Both are correct, integer. Okay, but it left out the third parameter which is the double. Okay, there's no integer, there's no integer here. Okay, there are integer but there's no double, so missing one part here. How about this one? 14.0 to 3.0. Okay, this one is invalid. Why? Because 14.0 is a double, and when it pass, when it pass, it will follow sequence. Dia tak boleh baca sendiri, or it means that you are telling to agak-agak cannot lah. You must give a proper package to the declaring method. It starts with integer, you give lah integer first. You cannot give double to match the integer. It won't, dia tak faham lah in that case. Okay. Dixon, okay? Any question, Dixon? So do you know why it is the reason? Why it is valid? Why it is invalid? Okay. Okay. So next, the next is about the information hiding and visibility of our modifier. Remember just now we have public and private. Okay. The visibility modifier dictate the accessibility of a class component. So to let the program know who can access and who cannot access the component of the class. Okay, public and private designate the accessibility of data member and method. So you can use this public and private for data member and also for the method. Okay, so if a class component is declared private, client classes cannot access it. If a class component is declared, client classes can access it. So if it's public, then all the classes can access to it lah. Okay, so this is one of the important element of object oriented because it shows the process of the characteristic of encapsulation. So you don't reveal any all the things. Remember from the first lesson we have abstraction, we have encapsulation. Okay. So all this is to represent object oriented lah. In structured approach, we don't have this kind of process. Okay, for example, exactly how a mobile robot move is an internal detail. You imagine a robot. All the client care is that a mobile robot is set in motion when its method move is called. So meaning that you have a robot. Okay, you tak kisah on how it will operate inside. All your concern is I want that robot to move from the door to the wall. That's it. I want it to do. So means that we don't have to look into the code. We just look into the output that we are going to. That the output that we want lah. Okay. So this is the what we call as encapsulation. We are hiding. We are hiding some parts using private, and also if you want it to be accessed publicly, then you use the symbol public lah. Okay. So how you implement in your class diagram? Okay. So we have a class diagram here. Our class diagram name is account var. This is our class name. Probably is a account verification. So this is called data member, and this is called the method. Okay, so minus means these two data member is private, plus means all these method are for public use, public purpose lah. Okay, okay, let's look here at the accessibility example. Okay, why got this tick? Blue tick, blue tick, red cross or red cross, not cross, something like red error. Okay, error, there will be error. Okay, this is a simple example of a public and private modifier. Okay, so see how the client can access the public data member and method. Okay, you look here. Okay, this is our main class. This is our main class, and this is our um, subclass lah. We have a class service. So in class service, we declare our data member. One is public integer member one. Another one is private integer member two. Okay. So then we declare another two method. Public void do one and private void do two. So let's say from our main method here, or main class here, we are trying to call obj.member1 equals to 10. So where is member 1? Member 1 is this one. Okay, it say correct means that this program no error lah. Okay, it can access. But this one, why got error? There's like, where is member 2? obj.member2 equals to 20. Okay, member 2 is here. Okay, got error. Why? Private. Is private. So it cannot call from the client classes. Okay, it means that other classes, you cannot call this one. You cannot use member 2. You cannot assign member 2. Okay, how about this one? obj do 1. Okay, obj do 1 is here. Okay, it is public. So we can call that. Okay, obj d2. Oh no, do2 is a private. So it cannot be accessed from any other class, only in the same class only. If you want to use private, so you need to declare that variable and method. Okay, other people, other class cannot call that method lah, or cannot call that data member. So this is the modifier. Okay, public and private here is called modifier. So when you have a class diagram, when you see minus plus here, you know lah, it's actually not just a bullet form, yeah, or bullet form. It's actually to represent uh, minus to represent private, and plus is to represent public. Okay, so here identify the private method from the following diagram. Okay, which is the private method from here, from this class diagram? Which one is a private method? Dixon, what do you think? Which one is a private method? Now we have my class. Data member is my data, and then I have 4 method here. Okay, which one is a private method? What's that? 1. What is 1? What is 1? Give me the method name. My class, method 1, method 2, or method 3. Read done. Kavinish, where are you finding the word read done? Method 1. Are you sure? Look at the symbol. Plus is for what? Minus is for what? Plus is for what? Minus is for what? Which one is a private method? My class, method 1, method 2, or method 3? Alamak, Desmond is asking me back. Method 2? Is it method 2? Method 2 question mark? Method 2 and method 3, Miss. Yes, it is method 2 and method 3. Why it is method 2 and method 3? Because from the class diagram, we have a minus symbol in front. Minus symbol means it is a private method. Okay. Plus here is for the public method. Okay. Kavinish, you are mentioning about the accessibility because the value in my data. That one is the accessibility or the passing lah. The passing uh, of argument. Okay, but we are if you want to know, just look at the symbol in front. Okay, public and private. So you so when you have a class diagram with plus and minus here, you should know lah. Okay, method always look at the bottom part or at the third column, not the third column, the third row lah, the third row. Second one always will be the data member. Okay, right. So that is all um for the creating of classes. Okay. Um, Okay, let's look at sample of the question here. This one later I will give you all to do. Okay, so just let's discuss. Um, um, um. Okay, I think this one is for this one. Okay. Why exercise? Oh, this example is here. Okay, write a calculator program that computes the area of rectangle given its length and width. Okay, so you the overall plan of your program here, this one is want to calculate what? Area of rectangle. area of segi empat, luas segi empat, length times width. Okay, so length and get the two input values, compute the area, output the result. So like I mentioned just now, if in the program it doesn't mention you need to create a separate class, then you can just do in the main class. Okay, but in the question asks you to create another class, then you can write the code for another class lah. Okay, so let's say lah the program asks you to create another class lah. Okay, given the task identified, we need to find suitable class and object to carry out the task. So for this program, we will use the area demo that controls the other objects, and rectangle class will provide methods pertains to area computation. So from this statement here, which one is the main class? Area demo or rectangle? The main class that will call all the calculation from the subclass. Which one is the main class? Which one is the subclass? Rectangle. Desmond, rectangle is which one? Main class or subclass? Rectangle is the subclass. Okay, so if you say rectangle is the subclass, yes, then area demo will be the main class. So meaning that you will create object here and you will call the calculation from this rectangle part lah. This rectangle class. Area demo is main class, correct? Okay, so you can pass the value. Okay, so like the Adam Smith example just now lah, you can pass the two input value, let's say 5 and 10, so you can pass to here, and then this inside rectangle will have another method that will return the value of 5 times 10, which is the 15. Okay, so this is example if you are required to create a separate class for it. Okay, so identify which one is going to be the main class, which one is going to be a subclass. Okay, required class lah. Okay, this is another example. Straightforward. Okay, this is also different types of question. Now they are asking you based on the class diagram. So based on the class diagram, develop the OOP application based on the above UML or the above class diagram. Okay, so we can have, actually this one is to calculate the fare. Calculate fare. Okay, we have the flight as the class name. Data member, we have two, which is fare and also message. Fare, like rate lah, rate of the flight ticket maybe. Okay, and then this one is double, in terms of double. In data type is double, and the message of course in terms of string. So you need to declare one method called a calculate underscore fare. Okay, that will receive integer value, calculate, and it will return the value as double. Okay, so passing, it must be passed with integer. I think this one is like maybe one flight ticket lah. Let's say one flight ticket is 500. Okay, so you are passing the quantity. Let's say 2, you are passing the quantity here. So then we'll do the calculation, 2 times 500, and it will return the value of 1000. Okay, will return the value of 1000. So basically this is another way of creating classes or creating program. You need to look from the this minus plus is for you to when you do the declaration, like for minus means like private double fare. Okay, right? And yeah, and it can only be used in the class only. Alright. So basically this is another way lah of how we can create a program, either this way where you are given straightforward, or this one you need to analyze a bit from the class diagram. So you can give any names lah for the main class. This one flight is the class name, the subclass. Maybe you can create the main class. What's the suitable name that we can use? What do you think? This is flight. This is our subclass. And we're going to have a main class. Maybe you can put flight fare. Okay. So flight fare here is our main class. Any name lah, as long as you know what it is. You know that it is a main class. Okay. Okay. Any question so far? Okay. So for the next part, okay, it's about selection and repetition. I think this one you all like you already learn, okay, you already learn in your other programming subject, right? What is selection, what is repetition? So maybe I can just go through lah, go through on this selection and repetition. So selection and repetition. Okay, we have while, we have do while. Okay, basically it just show you the syntax and the structure, how if you want to use it with Java lah. Okay, let's look at the concept. All I won't explain because I think you all should know. Okay, the if else and everything. Okay, so let's say this one. We have oops, it's moving. Okay, let's say this one we have the if statement. That's one. If my test score is 100, what will be my output for this program? Desmond, if my score is if my test score is 100, what will be the output from this program? You did pass. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so this is a simple if statement. Okay, so how you do that in Java? Okay, so you can put if boolean expression and then block and then else lah. So if you want to display system.out.print line. Okay, if you don't put the ln, I think I've mentioned it, I give you feedback the other yesterday. Line, if you don't put line, then the end of the program will come at the same line with the you did not pass, and it will continue. Nampak like very tak cantik lah. So you need to put line so that the next line will go to the next line. Okay, and it won't continue. Okay, alright. So okay, so this is the control flow. If test score is less than 70, if true, you tak pass. If test score, let's say just now I give 100, means that I am getting more than 70. So you did pass. Okay. And then we are using relational operator, less than or equal to, not equal to, and so on. Okay. So you can use in your if else statement. Okay, example, write a program to display a letter grade based on the following. Right. Example, but no example pun. Okay. So meaning that here you can use if else. The same thing lah like just now test score. Okay. So but this one you need to play around with the relational operator. There's a lot of relational operator here. For grade more than 90 and equal to is A. Okay. Desmond. No, not Desmond. Not Desmond. Dixon. If my marks is 70, what is my grade? Dixon. If my marks is 70, what is my grade? Yes, I am getting C. Okay, 70. If my marks is 69, Kavinesh. If my marks is 69, why my view only 2? Kavinesh D, yes, 69. Yeah. So means that if exact 70 less than or equal to 70 means that it is C. If 69 is less than 70, so you will get D. Right? So, okay. Let's look here. Identify the invalid if statement. Okay. Okay. It give you. Okay. If you see here that these are 4 answer lah. Which one is the invalid if statement? Let's look here. If A less than B, then X equals to Y. Else X equals to Z. This one okay or not? Any problem or not with A? What do you think? The B, if A less than B, else X equals to Y. Okay. This is something weird a bit. Okay, if A less than B, X equals to Y, else X equals to Z. D, if A less than B, X equals to Y, else X equals to Z. CD. Oh, okay, that one is just me. Okay. Which one do you think here? Actually, this one we can try and error in the program lah later on. But which one is quite different from the others? Because normally when we have like if A equals to 10, we will have to got something, the action will be here. Else, then only another thing will happen. So in this case, B is weird because dia tak ada tulis after if A less than B. If this is true, what will happen? This one only when it is false. So this one will be if the statement is true, this one is the statement is false. So in this case, for B lah, it doesn't say if yes A do less than B, so what will happen? Dia tak cakap here. Okay, so we can select B lah. It's the invalid if statement. Okay. Okay. Are the following two if statement equivalent? Equivalent means is it the same? Is it the same? I zoom in for you all. Okay. Are the following two if statement if the same? This one is a comment lah. Y system out print line hello. Else system out print line by. If x greater than y, system dot out dot print line by. Else system dot out dot print line hello. Do you think it's the same? Or actually it's not the same? Same or not the same? Let's say I give x is 6, y is 20. Same or not the same? We can use this value. If x less than y, it will be what? Okay, this one. If x greater than y, yeah, Desmond said same. Yeah, it's actually the same. Only we twist this part lah. If x less than y, hello. The output will be hello. Okay, if x greater than y, in this case, it is not greater, our x is 6. So it will be else. So our output will still be hello. Okay, so it is actually the same. Unless you tak tukar any of this one. Maybe you will still become hello here, by here. That one, it is not the same. Okay. Alright, so this one you can go through. Okay, and then another option lah for if else. Okay, you can also use a switch statement. So this is example of code segment. Okay, we use scanner system in system.out.println. I think this one is for user to key in lah. User to key in. Let's say your grade integer grade level scanner next int. So if the user choose 4, go to bulk hall RM101. If user choose 2, go to the science auditorium. Okay, this statement is executed if grade level is equal to 1. Okay, so the variable here, integer grade level scanner dot next int. So meaning that the user need to key in integer, and it will be assigned to the grade level, and then it will come to the switch statement. So it will look if grade level is 1, so it will scan. If grade level is 3, it will scan one by one. Okay, not here, not here, then it's here. Okay, 3. Go to Harris Hall, RMA 3, and then stop. Okay, so this statement is executed if the grade level is equal to 4. Okay, so this is how we write the syntax for the switch statement. Okay, so this is your variable, this is your case, and also your case body. Okay, what will happen if a switch that have no break statement? Okay, this flowchart shows the control flow of a switch statement when case body do not include the break statement. Okay, the flow will first start from the matching case body and then proceed until the subsequent case body. Okay, let's say no break here, no break, tak ada break. Okay, so it will display case 3 and case 4 together. It will display go to Harris Hall, and it will also display go to bulk hall. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you may need to skip or remove the word break. Okay, this one if we are having break lah. This is the flowchart. So of course it will only display the relevant input output only, and then it will go to the down here. Okay, so in this case, example lah, selection is 1. Okay, switch selection. So let's say, okay, this one, there's no break. So the value will be 1, 2, 3. If my selection is 2, what is my output? Is my selection. If selection equals to 2, what is the output here? Kavinish? Is Kavinish here? If my output is 2, what is the if my input or my selection equals to 2, selection equals to 2. Yes, Kavinish, what is the output? Or Desmond or Dixon, if you want to answer, you are welcome to respond. The output will be 2. Huh? 2, 3, 4? Kavinish, where got 2, 3, 4? Desmond said 2. Okay, the output will be 2, 3. Not only 2, because we don't have the break here. There's no break here. If we just break, then the output will be just 2. But since there's no break here, so, and my selection is 2, so it will start from here and it will take 2 and 3. There's no 4 and 5 because tak ada kat sini 4 and 5. So that is only 2 and 3 sahaja, right? Okay, so that's how the break statement lah. Okay, that one is selection. Selection, we already look at if else, and switch. And then silly mistake only lah. Be careful lah not to do these types of error. Okay. Okay, now is the repetition. Okay, the looping lah, looping repetition statement. So I'm sure you also have learned about the while. Okay, let's look here. Okay, I have integer sum equals to 0, number equals to 1. This one is a normal declaration. Okay, this 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the circle is actually the step, the sequence. When you run the program, when you run the program, first it will look while. It will start from while condition here. Number if it's less than or equal to 100. So my number is 1. Okay. Then it will go to 2. Step number 2. So once this is true, it will go to inside the looping lah. So sum equals to 0 plus 1. So this one will become 1. Right? And then number will become 1 plus 1. So this one will become 2. So it comes from here to number 3 and then to number 4 once again to check. Now the latest value of number is 2. So it will check again. Check again, it will keep on do the cycling. The cycling 2, 3, and then it will keep on repeating, keep on repeating repeating until when? When is the cycle going to stop? Until when the cycle is going to stop? Because every looping or every cycle, sum and number will be increased because of the operation of addition here. But we don't want to have infinity loop. So there must be some point, at some point where the looping will stop. So in this case, when is the looping is going to stop? What is the value that is going to determine whether the looping is going to stop or is still going to continue? What do you guys think? See, this one is also concept. Concept. Okay, come on, think. How, when is this going to stop? Okay, now I give you option for you to choose. A, B, or C. Okay, based on this program, which variables and value will stop the looping? Is it when number equals to 99, or is it when sum equals to 100, or is it when number equals to 100? A, Kavinesh said A. How about the rest? How about Dixon and Desmond? Kavinesh A, Dixon A, Desmond Quay A. Are you sure? Sure, yes or no? Oh, tak tahu lah, Miss. I guess only. Yes, Miss, because it's wrong input. Why is it wrong? Is it wrong? It's not wrong. So it will stop. Okay, can you look at the while condition? When number is less than or equal to 100, it will, the last value will be 101 actually. When number is 101, okay, when number is 101, actually there's no not in the option I give pun. Okay, when number is 100, it's still okay because it's still the condition is still true, right or not? Number is 100, okay, it still meet the condition. Number is 99, also meeting the condition. Some lagi lah, I just put there. Some lagi lah, there's tak ada kena-mengena pun. Okay, we only look at this part. Okay, when we repeat, number is now 101. Bila 101, then only it won't go inside here. It will go outside the looping body because tak cukup because for this condition to be true, the last value is 100. Okay, but for the condition to stop or to be false, when the number is 101. Sum, we don't look at sum because sum is in the body here. It tak ada kena-mengena with that one pun. We just look, this is the part where we want to identify whether the loop will be keep on repeating berapa kali. We will look into here. Okay, if I put here number greater than 100, tambah. This will cause infinity loop sebab we don't know until when the number will stop. Okay, 200, 300, 400, 1000, 9 million, all is greater than 500. Okay, understand tak? So it will only stop when the number is 101. Okay, can you follow? Okay, alright. So you can try this. You can try the program, just a simple program and display lah. You declare a declare number, dim number, and then you try to system.out.println sum and number. So it will stop when number equals to 101 lah. When it reach 101, no, cannot be executed anymore. Okay, so here's some of the other examples. Okay, alright, we have more examples here, and also we have do while. Okay, do while. So integer sum equals to 0, number equals to 1. So these statements are executed as long as sum is less than or equal to 1 million. Is it 1 million? Okay. Okay, this one is what? Why it looks weird? Okay, this one, another way of writing it is equals to sum plus number. Okay, if I put this one, add minus equals to 3. It means like this lah. Add equals to add minus 3. Okay, so this is another way. Another way of writing. Okay, number plus plus is what? What does it mean by number plus plus? This one is increment. Number plus plus means what? What does it mean by number plus plus? Desmond. Number plus plus. Or Dixon. Don't know. Dixon. Who teach you all ITP? I'm going to ask. Got learn or got no learn? This one. Okay, number plus plus means increment by 1. Number equals to number plus 1. Okay, if minus minus, minus 1. Okay, normally we will use this in in for, looping for, and also in do while lah. Why we need to have this number plus plus? Because we want to avoid loop infinity loop, infinity loop, because we need to make the variable increase by 1 so that it can move, it can it can not fulfill the rules here. If you don't put, like, if you sum, if the sum is always 5, it doesn't plus 1 or it doesn't reduce by 1, then apabila your program habis. Okay, that's why we need to have the increment and decrement. Okay, the main difference between while and do while, I think you all know that we put do while. If do while means the action will be execute first, then only it will check for the looping. Okay, so in general the while statement is more frequently used. So while it directly loop, and check for the action, for the rules. But if do while, it will do first, then only it will check for the condition lah, or the Boolean expression. Okay, alright, and okay, in Java also we have this for, the for statement. Okay, for integer I equals to 0. Again, this one is 1, 2, 3. For the all this number is steps lah. So it's easy for you to analyze how it is, how the process goes. Okay, I have integer I sum equals to 0 number. This is a normal declaration. So for I equals to 0. Okay, my I value is 0, and then I will look at the next one. 2 is this one. So I will check. 0 is less than 20. True or false? Jackson, true or false? 0 is less than 20. This one kalau you tak tahu, you kena pergi kindergarten balik. 0 is less than 20. True or false? Hey, I ask simple question also. No response. True or false? Yes. Okay. So it will check this condition. If true, then it will go to number 3. Step number 3. Okay, so number equals to, okay, user will key in a value. Let's say user key in 1. Okay, sum plus equals. So this one is actually sum equals to sum plus number. Okay, so our sum is 0. How I know it's 0? It's already declared here. 0 plus number. What's the number? Okay, let's say the user key in 1. So my sum is now 1. 0 plus 1. Okay, then number 3. After number 3 means that, okay, it will go to number 4. Okay, so I plus plus. So my, just now my I is 0. After one round, my I will be increased sebanyak 1 lah. So remember why? Because this is increment value. So my I is now 1. Okay, so that one is number 4. So my 1 again, the second round. My I is now 1. So I will check the condition. 1 less than 20. True or false? Desmond, is 1 less than 20? True or false? True. Okay, so true, if true, okay, true, then it will come back to again to this one. Okay, so number, okay, we ask the user to key in. Let's say user key in number 3 lah, number 3. So now my sum will be 1, okay, because my latest sum is 1. So 1 plus 3. So my sum will be 4. Okay, once done that, another round. So now just now I plus plus, right? Just now my I is 1. So now 1 plus 1. Now my I will be 2. So it will keep on checking the value here. Is it less than 20? If it's 20, again, the same thing will be repeated. True. Yeah. Okay. True until when? Until my I is going to be 20. If my I is already 20, then it will stop there. It won't continue counting. Okay, so here you can display the sum value lah to see. The first value is 1, after 1 is 4, and then tambah lagi. So you will have 0, 4, blah 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 blah. The value. So depends on the number key in by the user. Okay, so this is looping by using for value. Okay, actually 4 is more simple for you to use lah compared to do while or what. It's more easy to understand also. Okay, right. So okay, this is other looping example here. Let me see. Okay. So okay, this one is to display value of 0, 5, 5, 10, 15, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to the like CFA lah, like multiplication table of 5. Okay, this one, okay, you can see here I plus plus equals to 5. What does it mean here? This is actually I equals to I plus 5. If it's I plus equals to I plus 1. If you don't want plus 1, you can put like this lah, I plus 5. Or to simply writing it, you can put I plus equals to 5. Then you will get this one. Okay, how about this one? Kavinesh, what is this? J, how do we rewrite this one? Susah lah, you want to type. Okay, this one, it represents J equals to J times 2. Okay. If K minus minus means it is decreased by 1. Reduced by 1. So we need all this increment or decrement to make that our loop will change. The variable of K will change. So it won't have what to say, the infinity loop. Do you know not what is infinity loop? Let's say I ask you to display 1 until 100, and you maybe mistakenly didn't put the increment or decrement, it will display 1 until 1000, 2000, and your program will keep on running. Running. Cannot stop because why? There's no condition to meet. Okay. So things to remember for repetition. Make sure the loop body contains a statement. Make sure the loop repeats exactly the correct number of times. If you want to execute the loop body then initialize the counter to 0 or initialize the counter to 1 and use the test condition counter. So this one is for the initialization of the value I, J and K. If you follow the looping for, this is the format that you need to undergo lah. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we already at the end of this. Everything is just lab task. Okay. So these are some kinds of questions for this chapter lah. Okay. Maybe we can just go through one. Okay. Sometimes you are given a direct question like this one. Write a while statement to add numbers 11 through 20. So is to add number 11 to add numbers 11 through 20. Means that to add 11 plus 12 plus 13 plus 14, 15 until 20 and then total up. Total up. Okay. So this is one program. Okay. So after this, you can try to try to type back this question. Okay, any of the examples for while, do while, and see for yourself the output that you are going to get lah. Example here, write a for loop to compute the following. Sum of 1, 2 until 100, meaning that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 until 100. Okay, okay, so that's using for. It depends on if the question doesn't say any structure, you can use anything. Anything lah. Okay, this is some of the question for the classes just now. Okay, lab task 5 is quite straightforward. Write an if statement to find the smallest of three given integer. So basically this one is like you ask user to key in three value and then you compare using if statement. If A less than B, if A less than B, then display B is the greatest or the highest. This one is the smallest. So A is the smallest. Okay, so basically these are the program. Um, okay, lab task 6 here. Write an if statement that prints out a message based on the following rules. If total points is 350, what will be the output? Desmond. $350. You tell me line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5. $350. If my total points are 350. What will be the message to print? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 350 is this one lah. So greater than 300. So this one you can use if else. Even switch also can. Okay. So employees, okay, how about lab task 7. Employees at My Java Low Fat Burger earn the basic hourly wage of 7 to 5. In addition, they will receive a commission on the sales they generate. So the commission is based on the following formula. Okay. So if their sales is between 1 ringgit until 99, so they will get 5% commission. Okay, write a program that inputs the number of hours worked and the total sales and compute the wage. So this one involve calculation lah. You need to calculate berapa lama this employee work times with 7.25 and then you need to ask for their sales commission lah, sales volume. If their sales volume is more than 300, then they will get 15% commission of their total sales. So this one you need to understand the question. Okay, first. Okay, so any questions or anything that you want to ask? After this, I'm giving you your lab task 3. I will upload and I will let you know. So next week, we will do a tutorial session using Zoom. So please download Zoom if you don't have. Please download Zoom in your laptop or computer because we are going to do our because you may need to share your program. Okay, that I will for lab task 3 lah. Okay, so I will upload the questions later on. Okay, Desmond, no, miss, right? The rest okay? Dixon and Kavinish? Okay, so please install Zoom for our next section. Dixon also okay. Okay, so that's all for today. Today's session quite long. Okay, thank you for being here. So next week we'll do online tutorial. Okay, using Zoom. After this, I'll upload your lab task 3. Okay, you don't have to submit yet. Just prepare the program. Okay, and the answer we will discuss on our next class. Thank you everyone. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, have a good day. Bye.